What's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? All right, let's open some charts. Let's see what's going on. All right, so I hurt my wrist coming into this. Ouch. All right, what do we got here, guys? As always, please make sure that you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, and it's Christmas, guys. So come on, help the channel grow. Santa would appreciate it. It doesn't cost you nothing, and it would be greatly appreciated. What a great gift to give. What a great gift to give by simply smashing that subscribe button. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. What an opportunity for you, right? Bruno, what's up? Merry Christmas, my friend. Merry Christmas. Way of the Taco in the house. Yo, Robinator. I'm actually hoping the market takes another massive dump so I can DCA. That's right. I remember you saying you wanted to wait till payday. That's right. I recall. Brian, what's up, buddy? Merry Christmas, man. Made a live and got a front row seat. Nice. Tyler, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Skylar's in the house. What's up? Merry Christmas to you and your family. Yours too, my friend. Yours to all of your families, guys. Big Kev, happy holidays from my crypto family. Nice, nice, nice. Simon, what's up, man? Santa Rob Claus, absolutely, man. Moj, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, Rob. Looks like crypto is green on Christmas thanks to Santa. Yes, a little bit of a Santa rally going on. All right, let's have a look at what's going on here, guys. So I was a little bit surprised that we broke out here because I was anticipating us having a rejection off the trend line coming down, ping-ponging before the breakout. That's what I was anticipating. But these things never play out identically to the past, right? So we got our third touch, and on our third touch, we broke out. Now, here's the kicker, guys. Here's the kicker. Don't be counting your chickens before they hatch. This green candle has to close above the 30-day SMA here, which is sitting at 3 cents 807 right now, right? Because, now I pointed this out in a video this morning, all right? But because, the reason for that is because it acted as a massive level of resistance down here. Right here, 3 days in a row. Resistance, 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 resistance. Or sorry, that was support. It was support here. Down here, it was resistance. It was resistance in this, here, 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 support. So it's a significant level. The 30-day is acting as a significant level on the daily time frame. So we need to close above it tonight, right? The golden cross is playing out perfectly, as we can see. We got the goal. Yeah, so we got it going on here. It should fully cross by tonight. Let's see this pump take place now, guys. We have our confirmed breakout. We got to break above 4 cents to continue to the upside. Now, do not be surprised even if we close above the 30-day SMA, don't be surprised if we come back down here and retest the top of this trend line as support before we go, right? I'm not saying it has to happen. I'm saying that it's entirely possible, right? So pay attention. That's one thing you want to pay attention to. RSI is in neutral right now, which means we could have a very significant pump to the upside before we get in too much into the overbought. So that's very, very good. Going to the lower time frames, looks like on the 4 hour, it looks like JASMY wants to come down and retest this. The top of this trend line. So we'll stay on top of it. We'll see what happens, guys, right? We'll see what happens. Mary, what is going on? Happy holidays. Ty, what's up, Rob? Merry Christmas to you and your family. It looks like Crypto Claus is delivering early today. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Big things popping, little things stopping. Let's go look at Bitcoin. What's happening on the 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin? Just fighting that resistance, guys. 98,600, same level of resistance that we were at. If you guys recall, let's go over to the daily time frame and I'll show you. See us sitting right on this resistance again. If you recall back here, when we first got into this area, Remember that massive sell wall that was there that took us for what felt like forever to break through? Yeah, we're back at that level again, right? So we need to smash through 98,600 and start closing candles above there for continuation to the upside. I would like to see us get back inside this channel, though, to be honest with you. I was watching somebody else, and he was talking about this, right? A broadening, rising, ascending channel, right? Which is possible. It could be that, right? But these, about 52% of the time, they break to the downside, though. That's the thing of it, right? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see either way, guys. That's why I told you guys all along, you got to pay attention to crypto on a daily basis, especially when we're going into a bull run, right? You can't just set it and forget it. Funky, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Balaclava man's in the house. Green jingle bells. Let's hope it lasts. Yes. Batman, but poor. I love it. I'm a FedEx driver and currently delivering right now. I've been watching you all December while delivering, so I figured I'd subscribe for Christmas. Happy house. Thank you so much, Batman, but poor. I hope that you're Batman, but richer than Batman after this bull run, brother. Absolutely. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. And by the way, drive safe, my friend. Drive safe. Mujay, I seen a tweet from Hara last night saying we only have a few working days this year. There could be some exciting news. Did you see that? Let me go look at Hara's X account right now and see. Hara hasn't tweeted anything out for 2 days. No, I don't see it. I don't see it, Mojay. I have 0 tweets from Hara for the last 2 days. Nothing since the 22nd. Webrico, what's up, man? Subscribed Lego. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you, and welcome to the family, my friend. Welcome aboard. It's awesome to have you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for joining our community, man. That's absolutely amazing. Follow suit, guys. Follow suit. Balaclava man, when JASMY partnered with IoTEX, Binance tweeted they were working closely with IoT. Nice. Hey, we could see that delisting. We could see that removal from the monitoring zone coming up, guys. I'm hoping. Could be someone trolling. Yeah, it could be. Maybe SMTH is going on. Something's going on there. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Robin Fallon. Merry Christmas, Balaclava man. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Hopefully everybody's spending time with their families today. Everybody's feeling good. Everybody's excited about what's going on. Let's go have a look at the bubbles, guys. This should make everybody a little bit happy. Check it out. Boom. JASMY up 15.8% on the day. You love to see that, guys. Miria, everything's looking good. Everything's looking fantastic. Absolutely amazing. H-bar up 18.6%. This is what you want to see at Christmas time, right, guys? This is what you want to see at Christmas time. Another 1 or 2 days like this in the weekly time frame will be green again as well. Everything will be right with the world. You love to see it. And you know what, guys? Let's go have a look over at the Onyx coin and Swift coin charts. So for Swift's trying to confirm the breakout like JASMY just did right now. Here's the kicker. It's breaking out right now. It's on the outside of this falling wedge pattern. But here's the thing. We need a daily candle close outside of that falling wedge pattern to confirm the breakout, okay? So we need this candle we're in today to close outside. We could close where it is right now would be perfect. Then we'll see a break to the upside on Swift. Very, very similar over on Onyx coin, guys. Check out Onyx coin. Boom. Same thing. Breakout is occurring on the falling wedge pattern. We have to close this daily candle outside of here, though, right? it's all for nothing if we break all the way up here and then wick back down inside of here before the daily candle closes. So that's what we need to be paying attention to today in about 4.5 hours, right? So yeah, big breakouts coming here for JASMY, SWIFT, and for Onyx Coin. All three at the same time, guys. Your bags are going to be just bloated. JASMY and Capybara. Nice. Capybara. Nice. Awesome. All right. So what else do we got? New listing on Bridgers, guys. Check this out from SWIFT. They have listed Fetch AI. Boom. Absolutely fantastic. You love to see that. Balaclubman says, today I discovered SWIFT is listing on Revolut. I think only recently, since I checked something some time ago, it wasn't there, but it's not stated on CoinMarketCap yet. Oh, wow. New listing, baby. New listing. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I was wondering where you were at. So, yeah, new listing over on Bridgers, guys, for Fetch AI. You'll love to see that. What do we got here? Samson now. It's going to be a gradual, slow increase to $1 million for Bitcoin.
If you look at the failure of fiat currencies, they don't gradually fail. They fail spectacularly. And this is the premise behind the 1 million Bitcoin call, that it's not going to be a gradual, slow increase to $1 million a coin, but rather a very short and violent upheaval that sends us there in a matter of months, weeks to months. And if you look at the hyper-Bitcoinization landscape, what you do see is more and more countries coming out and mining Bitcoin. Bhutan, I think, is the clearest example of this. They have close to $1 trillion now in Bitcoin holdings from mining over the past 4 to 5 years. So if this is not an indication that hyper-Bitcoinization is coming, I'm not really sure what is. But countries that have excess energy, they can tap into that now and convert that into money and use that money for financing lots of different things. I believe we're also on the verge of countries issuing debt, sovereign debt, to buy Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin bond program, it is going to come simply because the MicroStrategy model has illustrated that this works, and it works very well. And it's just simply a matter of time before a country pulls that trigger and unleashes a torrent of sovereign debt to acquire Bitcoin.
Nice. I am counting on a slow melt up to $1 million Bitcoin as well, guys. I can't wait. That's why I continue to accumulate Bitcoin. By the way, guys, on a separate note, we were talking last night over on the Patreon, and everyone convinced me to create a TikTok account. So I did create a Crypto Future TikTok account where I do put exclusive content. And guys, you got to follow me on X as well, because I upload exclusive videos to X that are only on X. I don't put them on YouTube or anything like that. So you're missing out on some content if you're not following me on X. My handle is in the description. Rect Capital says, yesterday Bitcoin showed some signs of relief rally, after which price was rejected to almost new lows. Today, Bitcoin is rebounding yet again and once again into the old support. Overall, as long as the previous lost support turn into new resistance, additional downside should be expected. Conversely, a reclaim of these previous lost supports would obviously be bullish. So what he's saying, guys, is that until we get back up over 98,600, first of all, and $100,000, then he's expecting more downside, right? So something we're going to have to expect. Expect the unexpected. Expect the downside pressure. All right, what else do we have? Based on Mayer's multiple, Bitcoin will hit a market top of $168,000. If that holds true, that's an easy 70% gain from BTC's current price. Very nice. Very, very nice. Liquidity, what's up, man? Santa Rally in full effect. Merry Christmas to you all. Have a lovely day with the families. Absolutely, man. Skylar, today I am researching older 2020 coins that I hold. I want to dump some. Examples are Sandbox, Ape, Polkadot, and many more. Nice. Yeah, those were all good. Those were all great projects in the last bull run for sure. Absolutely. All right, what else do we got? Paul Webern, who's ready for an immediate wave 3, intermediate wave 3. JASMY target 8 cents to 12 cents. Final target 32 cents. I'd buy that for $1. Let's go. What else do we have here? Math Wallet says Math Wallet now supports KASPA. So we have another new KASPA listing on Math Wallet. There you go, Beebs. That one's for you, buddy. Check this out, guys. Bankers trying to bank their way out of losing money. The Bank of Italy claims that using Bitcoin peer-to-peer is a crime. How dare you use a different method than paying us? That's a crime. We'll see how that works out. 3K Sports Unlimited, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Oh, Bank of Italy. It's too late, Bank of Italy. We already know. BlackRock and Fidelity bought 37,900 ETH worth $130.8 million yesterday. Big institutions are now buying ETH aggressively. $5,000 ETH is incoming. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. All right, what else do we have? Speaking of BlackRock, BlackRock also bought 341 Bitcoin. Larry bought the dip. There you go, guys. Did you buy the dip? Larry sure as hell did. All right, what else do we have? Squawk Box. The Trump economy. What to expect in 2025?
Trump's big changes to come to the economy once he takes office. Join us now with what to expect in 2025 is Liz Pankati is the director at the Roosevelt Institute, and Veronique de Rugy is a senior research fellow at the Mercatus Center. And I guess usually when we have these segments, Liz, we are going to get to tariffs eventually. So why don't we just start with that? Negotiating ploy, inflationary, is a good thing or bad thing?
I think you have an issue where Trump is signaling to the market, to CEOs, to other countries that he's going to do the sweeping tariffs he campaigned on. And to some extent, they're not believing him. And even members of his cabinet and senior advisors are saying, no, it won't be what you think it is. And so I'm curious to see exactly what they do. But I think here in the first 100 days, there will be some pretty sweeping tariffs rather than this targeted and strategic tariffs we've seen over the past 2 years and even from the first Trump administration. I think the big question you have is, are they going to go after de minimis, where you see Customs Border Protection going after a bunch of small packages that could really hit Americans' pocketbooks, which would be a good thing for American manufacturers, but ultimately could really place inflationary pressures throughout our economy if the sweeping tariffs he's proposing on China and even our friends, Canada and Mexico and others, are put in place.
But Veronique, your thoughts on that? Similar?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't see how he's not doing it. And I also agree that his cabinet and people around him are trying to reassure everyone around that, no, it's just a way to get lower tariffs around the world. But we're going to see. I mean, he's promised his base is very pro-tariff, I assume, because they've been told how great it's going to make things. And also, like, when you look at member of his cabinets, it's actually interesting. It's a very different cabinet. Some of his picks are more traditional, but there are also a lot of guys who have openly written about all the great stuff you can do with tariffs. So I think we're going to see tariffs. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see sweeping tariffs, and it's going to be interesting to see which of the Trump tariff theory we get.
Veronique, are we as deficit and debt conscious as we're going to get? Or, I mean, if he extends the tax cuts and some of these other things, does it ever become actually where it's it's almost impossible. It's almost an obstacle to moving forward because the debt is just so big? Or do we never get there? Can we just keep, we can always print?
Well, I mean, I hope that the Republicans are going to keep some of their commitments, especially in the House, to do a lot of offsets for the extension of the tax cuts. But I worry that the political reality is going to make it so hard. I mean, they don't have a lot of power. Like, they don't have a very small margin in the House. And you know what that means? It means they're going to have to negotiate. They can't lose any Republicans. And it's very possible they're going to end up having to negotiate with Democrats. And that means what? That means that for the tax cuts that they're going to get without offset, they're going to actually get Democrats to pay for them for more spending. And I mean, hopefully some of the tax cuts are very pro-growth. Especially the one on capital, but I think it's going to grow the spending. And if the Doge and these guys can't convince Congress to follow suit and cut spending, we're getting in dangerous territory. And let's not forget, inflation is not back to target. In fact, it's ticking up. The economy is growing, and real wages are going up. I mean, and these are just, I think it's dicey out there.
Liz, you would, I think, even be more definitive. You think that some of these policies, in your view, while promising to deliver a great economic boom, will blow a hole in a strong but fragile economy. Is that your view?
I think that's right. I think we have like a stack of mismatched plates that are okay for now, and you are looking at dropping the entire stack of plates and shattering all over the floor. I mean, as Veronique was saying, we have a strong but fragile labor market. We have inflation that's ticking up in a way that is, I think, mildly concerning. I wasn't surprised to see the Fed cut, and would be surprised to see a pause going into Q1. But I think we have a really fragile economy, one that looks okay on paper, but the minute you lift up the hood, it's not great. To go back to your first question to Veronique, we're talking about Trump has proposed $10 trillion in tax changes on the campaign trail, between making the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act permanent and, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. I'm not sure we're taxing anything at this point based on what he's proposed. $10 trillion is not something you can recover from, both from a debt and deficit standpoint and from an inflationary perspective. That is, 3 times what the Biden administration spent on the American Rescue Plan and the Inflation Reduction Act. That is, 4 to 5 CARES Act programs in a non-crisis scenario. And I think the inflationary pressures, even if they're pro-growth, which I don't think they will be based on what's being proposed, I think we're looking at both the economic crisis and a huge hole in a strong but fragile economy.
There could be some growing pains, guys, in fixing the economy, but at the end of the day, we got to rip that Band-Aid off. We got to fix things, right? One of the Magnificent Seven tech giants will buy Bitcoin in 2025. Who is the biggest candidate? Here are the details. While institutional Bitcoin adoption is on the rise, MicroStrategy is leading the way in terms of institutional adoption. However, this could change in 2025 when more corporate giants are expected to adopt Bitcoin. At this point, according to predictions, market data, the probability that one of the world's giant companies called the Magnificent Seven will announce Bitcoin adoption in 2025 has increased significantly. At this point, according to the data from Prediction Market Platinum Kalshi, the probability of at least one Magnificent Seven company buying Bitcoin in 2025 has risen to 85%. This marks a significant increase from the previous probability of 49%. The Fab 7 are the top 7 tech companies that have the power to massively influence overall market sentiment. This includes Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Platforms, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Tesla. The top 5 public companies that adopt Bitcoin early and purchase Bitcoin are MicroStrategy, 444,262. Marathon Digital Holdings, 40,435. Riot Platforms, 16,728. The Hut 8 Corp, 10,096. And Tesla, 9,720. Among these companies, MicroStrategy is the publicly traded company with the most BTC, while the company's founder, Michael Saylor, argues that BTC's strategy has enabled it to achieve tremendous growth. At this point, Saylor's called on technology giants, especially Microsoft, to invest in Bitcoin. He even made a presentation to Microsoft's board of directors about Bitcoin investments. However, Microsoft shareholders rejected the offer to invest in BTC as part of their treasury. In this context, the cryptocurrency industry, Bitcoin hopes are now focused on tech giant Amazon, with a recent NCPPR report claiming that Amazon is considering investing a portion of its $88 billion reserves into Bitcoin. On a side note, guys, I covered last week that there was a report coming out of Microsoft that even though they had rejected the purchasing of Bitcoin, they were still considering purchasing altcoins. So that is on the table for Microsoft still, right? So yeah. All right. What else do we have? So went through that. Rep. Mike Flood, SEC Chair Gary Gensler refused to roll back SAB 121.
So Staff Accounting Bulletin 121 set out very stringent standards for any company or entity that wanted to custody digital assets. And the effect of this was that it ended up precluding a lot of your banks and your bigger institutional players who would traditionally have been where you would have sought custody for your assets from offering that custody to digital assets. And that's why, you're seeing, I think, 3 of us up here using the same company, and obviously Fidelity has their own. For a normal product, you wouldn't necessarily see that. And I think the effect of that has been to have much more limited resources in terms of where our companies can get the level of custody that we want with all of the safeguards that we want for our clients. And I think that it in the end, it doesn't really affect us on a day-to-day basis because we have to simply pick from the best options that we have available, but it means that we don't have the breadth of options available that we would necessarily have if these were more traditional investment vehicles where we would have those options from the big banks.
Once the SEC's out of the way, guys, things are going to change. Aaron, please, NVIDIA, please. Nice. Absolutely. I agree, man. Invest in Tether. It will 1,000x to $1. Nice. Oh, Tether. Go on the way of the dodo. Absolutely. Does the Federal Reserve have the power to block the Bitcoin reserve plan? Recent Fed Chair Jerome Powell made it clear that the Fed has no intentions of taking part in any government plan to accumulate Bitcoin. He underscored that such matters come under the jurisdiction of Congress, and the Fed does not wish to seek a change in existing laws to allow for Bitcoin holdings. Powell's statement instantly shook the market to its core, which caused Bitcoin's price to quickly pull back from its high earlier in the week. Besides, the probability of Bitcoin strategic reserve dropped from a peak of 40% on the 18th to 34% after Powell's speech on the Polymarket platform. Wu Blockchain, in the latest post, has shared insights on whether the Fed could prevent the U.S. from creating a national Bitcoin reserve. The U.S. Congress, in the highest authority in the financial system, responsible for enacting regulations and authorizing agencies like the SEC and the Federal Reserve to perform their functions, it is important to note that while the Fed enjoys a high degree of independence in monetary policy and national economic stability, it does not have veto power over the decisions to establish a Bitcoin strategic reserve. In order to quickly establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve, the Trump administration could issue an executive order requiring the U.S. Treasury to use the Exchange Stabilization Fund and directly purchase Bitcoin. Notably, the operation of the fund is not controlled by Congress, and the President and Treasury have significant independence in its use. This approach would avoid the need for congressional approval and reduce political opposition. However, the sustainability of such a BSR is uncertain. The future administrations could revoke or amend the executive order. To establish a long-term and stable BSR, the more legal and stable route would be through congressional legislation. Incorporating Bitcoin into the Strategic Reserve Act or similar laws, this would formally recognize Bitcoin as a national strategic asset. The U.S. Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Act, suggested by Cynthia Lummis, follows this route, which is currently under review by the Senate Banking Committee. However, this approach is more time-consuming and could face hurdles, as the bill must pass both Senate and House of Representatives and be approved by the President. Either way, the Treasury Department, rather than the Fed, would ultimately take the lead in implementing the Bitcoin Reserve. A middle path could also be pursued by the Federal Reserve and the Treasury Department for the Bitcoin allocation. The Federal Reserve could purchase Bitcoin through open market operations and add it to the balance sheets. However, given the Federal Reserve's recent statement, its approach seems unlikely. The Treasury Department, on the other hand, could establish a special fund to invest in Bitcoin as part of the fiscal investment plan. It would require congressional approval. Nevertheless, the Fed's no does not outrightly reject the proposal for BSR, and the Trump administration has shown support through action. While the Fed's approach remains cautious, the Trump family's actions indicate a muted struggle between traditional power and market innovation. So basically, Jerome Powell and the Fed, at the end of the day, if they don't have a leg to stand on, if they want to fight it, if they want to fight making Bitcoin a strategic reserve asset, they just, at the end of the day, quite simply, as an agency, do not have the authority to say no. So, suck it. Okay? All right, what else do we have? Little bit of Pompliano on Fox Business.
Now Donald Trump has named Bo Hines to be the executive director of his administration's crypto council. Trump says Hines will work alongside David Sachs to, quote, foster innovation and growth in the digital asset space while ensuring industry leaders have the resources they need, to succeed. Hines is a former college football player and 2022 Republican congressional candidate. He has previously received financial backing from several pro-crypto political action committees. His appointment is seen as part of Donald Trump's broader push to make the U.S. a global leader in digital assets. All right, Mal. That said, let's take a look at Bitcoin that has been moving slower after blowing through the $100,000 mark. It's off another $3,700 today at $93,188. It's posting its first weekly loss since Trump's election victory back in November. So heading in the other direction a little bit. Anthony Pompliano, professional capital management founder and CEO, joins us now. Anthony, great to have you here. I guess the question is, can Bitcoin continue to outperform in 2025?
I definitely think that Bitcoin can continue to outperform. If you look at a bunch of the tailwinds, you've got the ETFs that now are bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars over time. You also see that there are nation states that are starting to buy up Bitcoin. The U.S. is talking about a Bitcoin strategic reserve. You also have a much more friendly regulatory environment that's coming in 2025. And on top of that, you have corporations that are buying lots of Bitcoin as well. And so when you look at those tailwinds, that's obviously a boom, and people get nervous whenever there's a price drawdown. But if you go back to the last two bull markets, we saw 13 different times that there was a drawdown of 10% or more during that Bitcoin bull market. And so this is very normal. People should not get worried. And I continue to think that Bitcoin will do very well in 2025.
Well, you know, Donald Trump is reportedly pitching a massive $280 trillion price Bitcoin reserve, basically to save the dollar. What do you make of that? And what will it do to the price of Bitcoin?
Well, I think there's two different things here. You know, the first question is the dollar in trouble? And the answer to that question so far is no. We have a national debt problem. And so there could be issues with the dollar in the future if we have to devalue it in order to monetize that debt. But currently, the dollar continues to be very popular globally. People want dollars. We see that with stablecoin usage and other things on an international basis. The second question, and a very important question, is should the United States buy Bitcoin for its strategic Bitcoin reserve? I think the question to that, or excuse me, I think the answer to that is yes. Other countries are already buying up Bitcoin. There's only 21 million that will ever be available. And so the downside risk to going ahead and buying tens of billions of dollars of Bitcoin is drastically outweighed by the potential upside. If the United States wants to be a leader on this front, then it needs to own Bitcoin on its balance sheet. If Bitcoin is good for individuals and companies, it'll be great for the United States as well.
I got 20 seconds. Is the current pullback a buying opportunity in your mind?
Every time that Bitcoin has drawn down and you've bought it and you held till about this time, it's been very good. And so I think that people who continue to dollar cost average into a finite asset like Bitcoin will do very well in the future.
Fantastic information. Anthony Pompliano, thank you so much, Anthony. I appreciate you being here, and happy holidays to you.
Every dip is obviously a buying opportunity, you numbskull. H. Barbarina, Merry Christmas, y'all. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. All right, what else do we have? Binance requests court to dismiss the SEC lawsuit. Binance and its founder, CZ, have filed a motion. CZ has not filed anything because CZ is not associated with Binance anymore. So that's a misrepresentation in itself right now. Legally, CZ can't have anything to do with any crypto company for 3 years. But Binance has filed a motion to in the direct court of Columbia to dismiss the lawsuit brought by the U.S. SEC. Binance argues that the SEC's complaint does not meet legal standards. The company critiques the SEC's approach to categorizing tokens traded as commodities, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, as investment contracts. Binance claims that the SEC failed to adequately apply the Howey test to its complaint. The Howey test is used to determine whether an asset constitutes an investment contract. The company states that the SEC did not provide sufficient evidence to support claims that such tokens represent a separate investment contract, and noted a lack of framework to distinguish Bitcoin and Ethereum from securities. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, criticized the SEC's claim that cryptocurrencies lack inherent value. Binance also argued that the SEC did not explain the prosecution of third-party token developers. The company deemed it unnecessary to target only 10 of these tokens. Binance US contended that the SEC could not prove transactions on its platform are investment contracts. The company expressed that investors do not expect profit from the efforts of others through these transactions. Additionally, Binance US emphasized that the SEC's token-based analysis are inadequate and that it did not offer a regulatory framework to differentiate tokens from securities and other assets. Binance US also addressed the SEC's accusations based on staking activities, stating that some claims lack legal grounding. The company argues that certain portions of the SEC's lawsuit should be dismissed. This move by Binance is considered a significant step regarding regulations in the cryptocurrency market. The defense put forth by the company holds great importance for the market regulation and cryptocurrency law. Meanwhile, following these developments, the price of BNB increased by 2%, reaching $685. Investors anticipate that CZ's positive remarks could lead to the token reaching 800. The lawsuit is expected to shape future legal regulations in the crypto market. Binance's defense could trigger an important discussion within the industry. I think a lot of these cases are going to get thrown out anyways, guys, as soon as Atkins takes over at the SEC. Funky, MicroStrategy seems like a good buy. If the split happens 30-1, it should be a no-brainer. 10x, you're stuck. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. Due to the lost Bitcoin, there are only 15 million available, not 21. I agree. Crypto Holmes, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Pulse Playa, BTC struggling to hold over 98,600. Yeah, that's at 97,700 now. Yeah, it's dropping. I told you guys, unless we get above 98,600 and start closing candles above there, we're going to pull back. The pullback's not done. In Bitcoin, I'm talking strictly Bitcoin. Altcoins could continue to show strength, however. So yeah, all right, guys. Let's go actually and look at the Bitcoin chart here. Boom. See? She's a pulling back, guys. She's rejecting. Alter's still looking strong so far. We need strong daily closes here, guys. That's what we're going to be watching for. Strong daily closes across the market. So, Beebs, Merry Christmas, future crypto millionaires. Supporting the channel as always, Beebs. Love you, brother. Absolutely love you. Did you see Crypto John's fudding your project? He's fudding KASPA, man. He's fudding it. Oh, you know what's funny is that like 8 months ago when Crypto John was fudding JASMY, remember he sold his JASMY and fudded it? He was shilling KASPA to everybody. I said back then, you can go back and check. I said, watch, he'll start fudding KASPA as soon as he dumps it. It's the BitBoy strategy, right? That's what he does. That's what he'll dump it, and then for clicks, he becomes the enemy of that project by fudding it for clicks to make money off your views, right? So that's why he does what he does. So the guy doesn't really know much about crypto at all, to be honest with you. I've seen his stuff, and he said Gala was going to zero. He sold it and fudded it. Gala pumped hundreds of percent, like a couple of weeks later, like 300% or something like that. He dumped his JASMY at 204 and said it was going to zero and made up a story about a token migration. And JASMY pumped up to 4 cents pumped up like something like 1,600% or something like that after he sold it. Now he's doing it to KASPA. So get ready for a KASPA spike because John has become the Jim Cramer of crypto, the inverse Jim Cramer of crypto. Number one strategy, DCA. Absolutely, man. That's how it's done. That's how babies are made. That's how success happens in this market, guys. You got a DCA. I mean, hey, it's obviously not financial advice. You do whatever you got to do, right? But if you want to succeed in this space, man, right? For me, I've been around a long time, and I have found that when I just dollar cost average, I hold strong, I stay committed to my plan, I succeed, right? I see people trying to day trade and swing trade, getting wrecked left and right. Doesn't work, guys. Doesn't work. But as always, guys, around this time, if you are new to crypto and you need guidance, you need help, you've never been through an altcoin season before, get over to the Patreon, guys. We have hundreds of people over there in our community. We do live group video calls every single day. You can join, you can ask your questions, get the answers that you need. We can help you with your exit strategy, with your profit taking, rolling profits from one project into the next, a lot of swing trading, micro cap gems, node operating. You've got opportunities to operate nodes, getting passive income that way. So get over to the Patreon, guys, and get the education that you need to succeed in crypto. If you try to go it by yourself, You know, there's a reason 95% of people in crypto do not make money, guys. Don't be one of those people. Beebs, yes, I agree, Rob. John fudding Jasmy now. He's fudding KASPA. No worries. I'll buy more. Yep, that means that KASPA was about to have like a 500% pump because John fudded it. Inverse crypto John effect on the market, guys. So, all right, guys, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Get over to the Patreon. Join the community, guys. Get the help that you need to succeed in crypto over there. By joining our community, you can schedule one-on-one video calls with me. We can get together privately, one-on-one, and I can help you in every way that you need, okay? I can help guide you through this market, create an exit strategy. I can explain everything to you. I know you got a lot of questions. You're new to crypto. You don't understand things. Schedule a one-on-one with me, and we will get you set in the right direction. The link is in the pinned comments. It's in the description. And I will see you guys later tonight at 8 o'clock Central for the live stream. Till then, enjoy your families. Happy holidays. And I'll see you guys later.